The holiday season is my favorite time of the year. Join me and my Extension colleagues as we share some of our family's most favorite holiday traditions in a series called Homemade Holiday. Well, hey Matt, how are you today?
Hey Regina, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining us today on the Homemade Holiday series, and welcome back everyone. Today you are in for a special treat. We have Matt Stevens joining us. He is the horticulture agent for Nash County Cooperative Extension, and he's going to be sharing with you a family favorite recipe of his on applesauce. So Matt, take it away.
Growing up in my family, every time we had a big holiday meal, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, what have you, our tradition is always to start the meal with kind of an amuse-bouche appetizer of either applesauce or fruit cup. There's a big debate in the Stevens family about which is better. We have some very staunch applesauce supporters, and we have some very heavy traditional fruit cup fans. I always like the applesauce myself, so I'm going to teach you how to make Stevens family applesauce. It's very simple. There's really only two ingredients. One of them is apples, and the other's a secret, so I can't tell you, but it's definitely not cinnamon-flavored candy. So we are going to make the Stevens family applesauce recipe. You can use any kind of apples you want. I've chosen Pink Lady apples because to me they have a nice flavor. They're nice and tart, so that'll come through in the applesauce. But you can pick any flavor or any variety of apples you like, depending on what flavors you like. We don't grow a whole lot of apples here in Nash County. There is a little bit of apple production in the western part of the state, but typically apples are grown in climates that are a little bit colder than what we have here in Nash County. Okay, so we've peeled, sliced, and cored our apples, and we've put them in the pot on the stovetop on medium heat. So what we're trying to do now is just soften the apples up, get them a little bit mushy. We'll add a little bit of water, about a quarter cup or so. You might need a little bit more depending on how big a serving size you're making. I think we started with about 12 apples, so 12 apples and about a quarter cup of water is fine. We're just going to let them heat up a little bit, soften them, stir them occasionally. And once they start to get a little bit mushy, we'll take them off of the stovetop and put them in the food processor. Okay, we're getting near the end here. We've had the apples on the stove for about 10 minutes or so. We've been stirring them, adding a little bit of water as we go. They've gotten real soft and mushy. There's a couple big chunks in there, but they'll be gone in just a minute. So it's time to add our secret ingredient. Now, you notice we haven't put any spices or flavoring on here. You certainly could do that if you want to, but our secret ingredient is going to give us the kick that we need. So here we go. And it's also going to give us some color, you'll notice. And you can add as much or as little as you like. Depends how pink you want your applesauce to be and how hot and how cinnamony flavored you want it to be. So we're just going to dump this whole bowl in and see what happens. How about that? All right, now we still have heat here, so as we stir this up, these candies are going to melt. Again, if you're watching this at home, please don't share the secret ingredient. It's very important to the Stevens family. But yeah, you'll notice these start to melt. See our color change from white to pink. And as we stir, these are all going to melt away. And we're going to have a great looking bowl of applesauce. It smells fantastic in the kitchen, by the way. It's the other great thing about this is it really makes it feel like the holidays. All right, look at that. So again, there's still some bigger chunks in here. You can see those. They kind of stand out a little bit, but when we put this in the food processor, those are all going to get chopped up, and we'll have a nice consistent applesauce at the end. Okay, the food processor's done, so let's pour this into a bowl and we'll see how it looks. yeah. Pretty good consistency there. Smells great. Looks nice, nice color. Just like Grandma used to make it. I'm going to put a little of this in a bowl and have a taste. Delicious. You can really taste the cinnamon from the secret ingredient, and it's nice and warm. Tastes great.
Well, thank you, Matt, for sharing your family recipe, and we hope you join us again for the next session of Homemade Holiday.